We live? We live? Yes, we are live. Welcome. Give me a second. Turning on this bot thing for the giveaway. And here we go. Okay. Welcome everyone to another live stream. Today is going to be a different one because we are doing essentially a chill one, doing the Bitcoin ETF celebration, doing our giveaway for our bet back in December when I said Bitcoin should be able to reach 50K by January 10th. That was the ETF day yesterday. We went as high as 48K last night. I was really hoping we could do it. It was even like 48.6, but couldn't get there. So a bet is a bet. I'm going to be giving away 0.1 BTC today, live on stream. Going to be choosing the winner live on stream, everything. And I'll explain how we're going to do it. So the idea is that there's this bot that I have set up here that also works in the chat. And all you have to do to enter, you only have to do this once, is to type hashtag enter in the chat. And I see, you guys are all starting to do it already. Let's see. Yeah, so all you have to do is hashtag enter. You only have one entry, right? Every person only has one entry, so there is no reason for you to spam it. Please do not spam it. If you do spam, it'll get very obvious, right? So it doesn't make any sense. You'll just it will flood the chat. So as long as you see, we're having 450 people already in the entry, so no rush, right? We're gonna stream for, I want to say 40 minutes or so, the average time. We're gonna talk about Q&As, any questions you guys want to ask, AMAs. We can even go into some specific altcoins and opportunities. No matter what kind of questions you guys want to ask, I want to just take this time to answer them. And we have a lot of interaction today. So that's why, I don't really have a topic aside from getting this giveaway done today. And that's why that is the main thing. Okay, so welcome everyone. If you're new here to the channel, as usual, my name is Dennis. I'm a crypto angel investor for the past 5 years, and I have invested in over 100 crypto companies. Here on this channel, I share my views on market trends, investing strategy, and sometimes fun stuff like this that we can all celebrate and build wealth in crypto. Okay, so I'm trying to read the chat. Yeah, the chat is probably a bad idea because people are going to be typing too many enters. How do I make people stop repeating? So basically, you don't need to always, you don't need to do extra enters. Let's just say that, right? You see, everyone is already entered. There's absolutely no point in entering extra amount of times, but I understand why you guys do it. So yeah, let's just get into some fun stuff, right? So this is always going to be here, by the way. So Bitcoin, right, went up to 40, how close was it? 48.9, touched 49K last night. That was pretty epic. If you guys follow me on TikTok from back in 2020, summer 2020. So I first started making videos on TikTok, a little bit of background. And in summer 2020, we made a bet as well, going into the end of 2021 as the cycle was heating up. And I made a very similar bet for Ethereum to reach $2,000 by New Year 2021. And I missed the mark by about 1 week. So that was interesting, right? I was very happy because I held a lot of Ethereum. It played out really well for us. But yeah, it's funny how this time around we're literally so close. I remember, when I did the first contest, right? One of my friends what's his name? Main Street Wolf, I think, was his account name from TikTok. So he said, wow, this is I'm bullish on Ethereum, but wish you luck. Like, imagine if Ethereum goes to 9,900. Sorry, 990 by end of the year, but not 1,000. So played out kind of like that, and played out very similarly this time around. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna still try to read the chat to see if there's any interesting questions here, and then we can still go through them. So let's see. Again, doesn't matter how many times you spam, doesn't matter how many times you post it, you only get one ticket. That's why you see, there are way more than 1,000 messages already, but you see only one person. Each person only has one. So you see no new entries unless there are new people. So absolutely no reason for you guys to repeat. And the choice is completely random. I'm going to show everything on screen. So it doesn't matter, I'm not picking this manually. Okay, so some questions. Let's get these on as well so that it's a bit more fun here. So MDD4 asks, what do you think of the Focus reservation? So Focus is this new social app launched by DeSo, right? Decentralized Social Layer 1 blockchain. And they were the original guys behind BitCloud, right? So BitCloud was the original social token platform before Frentech. So they launched back in 2021, and then 2 years later, Frentech came up. So these guys know what they're doing. I haven't done the reservation for Focus yet because even though I hold a lot of DeSo, the math for this reservation is very, very complicated, and I'm not sure what the best approach would be. So you can find a lot of this on their site, right? So if you just go to Twitter, right, and then you go to DeSo, and you see here they have this is it, right? The Focus reservation. Now, full disclaimer, I'm not sure if this is a good deal yet. I have no idea if this is good investment opportunity or not, if it even works well or not. I haven't done research on this deeply yet for this new platform called Focus. I do have a lot of DeSo, the coin itself, because I have done over a year of research at this point following their project. And this is launched by them. So that's all I can tell you guys for now. But I will be digging into this deeper. And once I have a kind of fuller understanding, I'll describe this to you guys. Okay, let's see some more questions. Keith Mela asks, how do I put my 401k RRA into an ETF? So you don't need a spot ETF for that. It has always been Bitcoin instruments trading on those kinds of markets. So here in Canada, even, they always had Bitcoin's futures ETFs that I can get into with retirement accounts, with tax-free savings accounts, very similar to 401k and IRA, the equivalents in Canada. So if you just look up, in whatever your broker is, the app, first type in, Bitcoin exchange traded fund, Bitcoin ETF, you should get a bunch, right? You don't even need to necessarily get into the Bitcoin spot ETFs because those are so new. I'm not sure which ones are available on which exchanges yet, but you don't necessarily need those unless you are you really want that spot exposure. Then you can do it. But I have had money invested this way through tax-free savings accounts for 3 years now, so it's actually very easy. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. What do you think about ICP? So ICP, I've been bullish on it for a while. So I made a whole video on ICP's like real use case and how it's really different from all other blockchains. You can find this on our channel still. So let's see right here. Right, we did a whole live stream for this a couple months ago. Top Web3 cryptos right here. So this video here explains everything very well. But essentially the gist is that ICP is the strongest cloud computing blockchain by far. You can run all sorts of things on chain, not just smart contracts, but also front end websites, full stack applications, even games. They can clone Minecraft and run that completely on chain. That's crazy, right? So it's a full-fledged decentralized cloud. However, when we covered ICP 3 months ago on stream in September, right? ICP price was like, I remember it was like $3 maybe. Let's see here. Yeah, exactly $3, right? And you see back here, it was 1.5 billion fully diluted valuation, and the circulating supply is pretty close as well, which means not much sell pressure back then. Inflation is about 7% per year, also really low. But, you know, since then, ICP pumped to as high as 15, I think, yeah. So 4.5x later, right, it's at 6.6 billion. It's still good. Don't get me wrong. It's not heavily overvalued, right? When you look at actual price action for ICP since its existence, right, it launched at 400. For the longest time, it was trading like 20 to 30, even $40. These were overpriced. But now, and also remember, right, this was early days when there were no applications, and especially in the bear market, right, in 2022, it was still trading around $20. But now, this time around, it's new market. The timing is much better. A new bull run. So there is most likely still upside for this. But just keep in mind, it's already at 6 billion. It's no longer at 1.5 billion when I first got in. I still have, I've shown you guys in my 2024 portfolio. But that's just how I look at it right now. Probably targeting like 20 billion, maybe 20, 30 billion. Those would be kind of fair prices then. After that, it would be quite hard to go much higher. I think a lot of these layer ones that were super suppressed, but do have really strong technology, they are finally rallying. And, you know, people have that still like PTSD from the last cycle because there were too many layer ones. But a lot of these things were very suppressed, and they're now coming back one by one. So something new that is starting to pop off is Sui, right? Sui, people really hated this because they did their airdrop really poorly, right? So you see down only since May this year, last year when it launched, until October, right? Bottoming out around 40 cents and now back up above $1, still below launch price, right? So another one that's good example here. I think these things all still have upside. Remember, we are in bull market. As long as you're not FOMOing in at the local top, things are fine, right? So this is period to remain bullish. So I still have ICP and I still think it has upside. Okay, let's see. I want to start trading crypto. Do you think it's a good time for me to buy into the market, or should I wait for a dip? I want to give you a good answer for this. So trading crypto has nothing to do with buying, right? So if you are seriously a good trader, you can always trade. There's upside, there's downside. You trade, you get into a position, you get out, whether that's intraday, 1 week, 2-3 weeks, right? That's considered trading. Now, if you're talking about getting into crypto and you only know how to buy and you don't want to short, you don't want to sell, you don't have like a clear stop loss take profit entry, and then calculating your potential return versus potential loss, then that's not trading, right? That's investing. Then in that case, you have to ask yourself, right? Should I? The real question maybe then is, can I get into crypto right now? And is it a good entry? For that, I make a lot of video about this, right? But basically, my view right now is that Bitcoin is going to be choppy for a while, even though the bull market is here. The catalyst events are all there. This ETF news has been priced in, so people are really, really starting to play the market heavily in both sides now. You see today with Bitcoin's price action, right? When you go on TradingView, you see how it has just been a very weird day, right? The chop is already starting. We have covered this yesterday on stream as well when we were around here. Basically, I said, okay, the capitulation, the sell the news, pretty much already happened back here. However, you cannot really long here, no matter what people say, because this is no longer our market. This is TradFi's market, and you just don't know with those guys. And this morning, right, before the ETFs started trading, a lot of news came out and said that, there's going to be $2 billion to $4 billion of money flowing into Bitcoin. And people were like, oh my God, I got to long this news. But look at what happened, right? After that, we are just chopping back down again, right? So why do these happen? Well, that's because obviously BlackRock is not going to list their own instrument and then only after buy $2 billion worth of Bitcoin. That's not how this works, right? These guys have all taken their positions already. They're using these news events and these narratives very strategically. And obviously the money to flow in could be both sides, right? It's simply higher trading volume that's dominated by TradFi that we don't have an edge on anymore. So that's why I'm not rushing to get into Bitcoin right now. Where I do think there is potential immediate short term is Ethereum, right? We covered this briefly yesterday. I'm going to cover this more in depth tomorrow. Basically, Ethereum ETF is the next major thing that everyone's going to watch. And the effects of the Bitcoin ETF in the months leading up to the ETF release is already very clear, which means people are going to speculate the same way for Ethereum. So this is why I think Ethereum is a really good bet. And proxy bets in the Ethereum ecosystem is also really good. So hope that answers your questions a bit. Sharat asked, is there any self-custody wallet that also integrates with exchanges? You cannot really do that because by default, right, exchanges take your money in order to trade, right? So you have to make a deposit there. Now, if you're a really like institutional player, there are ways to do it. For example, with stuff like Fireblocks, right? So if you want to Google this. So Fireblocks is one of the largest institutional asset custodians. How it works is basically what you're trying to describe, right? So having this hardware wallet secured solution to keep your assets, but also being able to trade on exchanges. This only is applicable if you are a very large investor, if you're an institutional investor. What these things usually do is that there's multiple layers, right? You will have multiple keys that not exactly work as wallets, but instead come together to sign transactions. And then those transactions interact directly with exchanges for trading. But for everyday people, there really isn't much you can do. So for me, right, what I like to do is just only use exchanges as a medium to a tool, right, to trade, to buy and sell coins, but always going back to hardware. There are also, if you're looking to trade, there are certain solutions that could work. For example, with intent-based trading, like this platform I talked about before, IntentX. So these things kind of work as OTC trades, where you have your assets in your hardware wallet, and then you interact with a market maker OTC over the counter directly, so that the market maker kind of trades for you on centralized exchanges like Binance, like Coinbase, etc. However, you still keep in mind, it doesn't necessarily give you the same security as hardware wallets. It just gives you kind of convenience so that you don't have to deposit the coins yourself. but you still go through a third party. So it's not entirely self-custody. So yeah, there really isn't much retail solution right now. Fireblocks is probably the best one if you are an institutional player. Okay. Let's see. This one's interesting. Can you show us your current Manta New Paradigm NFTs, and are you also investing in their Into the Blue collection? So I cannot show you my wallet directly, but I can. Can they get? I can probably. I don't have my wallet here, so there's no problem. Give me 1 second. Boom, boom. I'm just gonna use another wallet so that I can show you guys. Yeah, doesn't work. Okay, so I have about 260 ETH deposited in New Paradigm, and I have been farming for like 3 weeks now, 3.5, 4 weeks. Doing really well. I think we are number 7 on leaderboard. I have been as high as number 3. That was highest I've been. So the campaign only has 4 days left. If you're looking to farm, you can still do it, but the rewards are kind of getting diluted now. What I think is interesting to speculate in one way is these NFTs. So basically, Manta Network, if you guys don't know, right, is upcoming modular ZK EVM that uses Celestia, uses EigenLayer, and uses, I believe, Polygon CDK to do their ZK EVM. It's all the latest technology, very strong team coming from 2021 in the Polkadot hype wave. They made a huge pivot over the past 2 years. And this project, I expect to do great things. This is a very high-tier project invested by Binance Labs as lead, for example. Most likely, this will list everywhere, including like Binance, Coinbase, etc. If not immediately, then eventually. And for how much volume they have right now, I would expect like at least $1-2 billion fully diluted market cap. That's pretty fair, right, for this kind of caliber project. Now, one way you can try to see if you can invest in this, one way is to farm on New Paradigm, which I have already made a video about back here, right? Our latest video on the recorded video on the channel. But the other way is is to speculate on the NFTs, because essentially when farming on New Paradigm, you get these NFTs that you can find here. For example, this NFT, right? This is the highest tier NFT that gives you directly Manta token allocation. Each of these NFTs will give you Manta tokens in a few weeks when it launches. So one way to look at this is that we can take how much total supply there is for this collection. So this is the highest tier, the gold NFT, and there is 27,000 of these right now, and each of them is worth this much, right? 0.43 Ethereum. So looking at how quickly the campaign has been farming these NFTs, we will probably reach something like 30,000 of this tier of NFTs, right? So that's one number, 30,000. And then we know that from the Manta Twitter, from the Manta Twitter, there is a total of 1.5% of the supply that's dedicated to this collection. Yeah, I can't find it here, but if you scroll enough, you will find it, the campaign details. So assuming Manta reaches like $2 billion, which I think it's kind of a fair estimate. That's what I'm looking at. So if we take 2 billion, right? Okay. And then we divide that, we times that by 0.015, which is 1.5% of the supply that's allocated to this collection. That gives us $30 million, right? That will be distributed to this collection. Then you can do a backwards working, right? So, okay, each of these NFTs is worth this much, right? We times it by potentially 30,000 total, because now we know how much there is, and we know there's only about 4 days left. So 30,000 total. So this collection right now is worth about $33 million, right? So this is why these NFTs are probably at a fair price, right? There isn't much of a upside to buy these NFTs. However, potential difference, right? If you think Manta is very bullish and you want to invest in Manta at around a $2 to $2.5 billion valuation, what you can do is buy these NFTs and hold them, right? Because these will essentially give you the exact amount of Manta tokens when it launches based on this calculation, right? So that's one way that I think is still interesting to look at Manta. Honestly, like, what am I trying to say? If you are already farming and you want to exit Manta and you want to secure your profit, and you think $2 billion is overvalued for Manta, then you can simply sell these NFTs, right? Because that is like exiting Manta token at 2 billion. On the other hand, if you think Manta can reach 4 billion, 3 billion plus, then buying these NFTs could also be a good idea, because the math calculation here is very clear, right? Which means like you know exactly how much upside you have. So I think that's a bit of real alpha based on calculation that is interesting. I have been watching these quite closely, but I haven't sold any or bought any more because I have a lot, and by selling into these NFTs, like, I have like something like 300 plus of these gold tier NFTs, and it's just, like, there is not enough liquidity for me to get out of this NFT collection. Versus, if I get the actual Manta token, that's going to be much more liquid, right? It's going to trade on exchanges. So that's why I haven't taken any profit from this. And also, I think like 2 billion is kind of on the lower side. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what else is interesting. What do you think about Seedify? Seedify is a strong launchpad. So launchpad season is quickly coming back. Seedify, Downmaker, Ape Terminal are all strong launchpads, but there is one that I think is really still on the radar right now. It's Paid Network. You guys should follow Kyle Chasse on YouTube and on Twitter. He drops a lot of alpha. I have been following Paid since late 2020. I was early investor in them 4 years ago, and then they have gone through like literally 1.5 cycles now of up and down. This is their second time around really making a fair model for launchpads, and I was really taken by shock today because they are launching off the grid on Paid, which is like, I would say, the number one crypto game, Web3 game. Beats everything out of the water, beats like Big Time, beats Illuvium, even in graphics, right? It beats Strapano, it beats Dead Drop, right? It's one of the most popular, polished game. And they're launching on Paid, right? So very big kudos to Kyle. I think, Paid, the launchpad, is coming back in a very strong way. And yeah, I think my launchpad bet is Paid right now. here, this question again. Which ETFs do you think after Ethereum ETFs? I don't think any. Can it happen? Sure. But there is absolutely no reason to speculate on this because nobody will know. We're talking about BlackRock. We're talking about new markets being made on Wall Street. You're trying to like find out this insider information on YouTube. Come on. Like there's nobody I know that, even if I know someone like higher tier up and then he knows someone up and then his boss, they still wouldn't know. Right. So there's absolutely no reason to try and guess this. Would any happen? Maybe. I'm kind of doubtful. I think the caliber of crypto projects in terms of how decentralized they are, etc. After Bitcoin and Ethereum's caliber, the gap is very far for everything else. Everything else is still very, very similar to technology startup. So I'm not too convinced, and that's why I think it's not too healthy to speculate at this point for that. Just bet on Ethereum for the Ethereum ETF. That is such a clear bet leading into the actual launch because BlackRock has already come in and most likely like 90% chance it will launch. That's a way cleaner, way better trade than trying to find the next thing. Okay. Rafat asks, following to my first question, if the market is alerted on investing on two major coins, Bitcoin and Ethereum, won't that leave the rest of coins on sideways, hard to trade? I see you giving the potential 1 to 2% only. I'm not sure I fully understand, but this is a very possible scenario, right? That's why since year and a half ago, I want to say, I have always kept my portfolio 50% in Bitcoin, Ethereum. So 25 in Bitcoin, 25 in Ethereum. And, in our 2023 video and 2024 video for portfolio, this has been the same. I don't think it's like, you have to bet on like which coin do I buy for guaranteed 20x type of thing, right? Because very few people can guarantee that, right? Like I'm confident to maybe 10x my portfolio from this point till the end of the cycle. That's like something that I can like say, okay, I can do this. And that still requires a large percentage in Bitcoin, Ethereum, because Ethereum is 2,600, man. Like I really think Ethereum is going to 15,000. And that's how much, like 6x, right? 6x is really good returns at a very high probability. Like, that's a good way to think about it, in my opinion. So yes, even if the market just completely gets taken over by TradFi and Bitcoin, Ethereum only runs and no other crypto runs at all, everything underperform, that's possible. You just have to be prepared for that, right? And if that happens, maybe Bitcoin and Ethereum becomes way bigger. And Bitcoin dominates maybe 80% of the market, Ethereum dominates 20%, and all altcoins are like 2%. That's possible. And in that case, maybe Ethereum can reach 20, 30K. And you can have the same 10x return. So I don't think you have to worry like, oh, I have to choose do I make money? Like, do I all in Bitcoin? Do I all in Ethereum? Or do I all in something else? Like, where do I choose? Because nobody knows how they can guarantee the highest return. If it's a guarantee, everyone will buy it, right? So it's always both, right? You have Bitcoin, Ethereum, larger percentage because it's high probability, relatively lower returns. And then you have others. Others are lower probability, higher returns, and then it just balances out, right? So that's what we call expected returns, expected value. No matter which scenario happens, you can expect around 10x portfolio gain, that would be, if you play this really well, and that's fine. Like I don't think anyone should complain about that. Yeah. What about Super? Seems to be failed to break out. No, not at all. Super is heavily undervalued right now. I have been accumulating Super very heavily in past 1 week even. So I've been buying Super very heavily around 51 cent ish, and it's still pretty close. Right now it's at 54 cent, like barely 3% away. You guys will see, right? So I talked to Elio again. Elio Trades, Alex Becker, like those are the main people behind this, and Elio Trades is the main brains behind this. The announcements will be big, and the timing is very clear now, right? So last December, there were a lot of hints, right? People were hyping this up, and it had its first run, but Elio was pushing very heavily. Their team, he didn't go very public about this, and I have been, kind of semi-advising on the background of what they could do with this. I really appreciate, Elio, trusting some of my opinion on this, and he is a very, very strong founder in terms of understanding how token economy works. So it's really not just it's not a very tech-heavy like infrastructure, yet another something else kind of project. It's very real. It's very utility-based, very adoption-based, targeted at crypto gaming. And you guys will see. You guys will see what I mean. And I can't reveal too much more, but he did say New Year soon there's going to be announcements, right? So that's why I think timing for this is literally perfect right now. So I've been telling all my friends, my VC investor friends, to be buying Super, even though this first wave up, right, it's been down a bit, but I personally was buying heavily here. So that's pretty much right now. Okay, so let's see what else. What do you think about Robit RLB? It's undervalued, but it's weird, right? I don't know why they can't seem to catch this wave. I believe it. I still even have the chart here. Right here. It's just so weird, right? Since October, it's crazy, right? So end of October here, right here, right? This was when Bitcoin broke above 30K and the altcoin rally started. Most altcoins have done something like this. Pretty much all altcoins have done something like this. Robit did the exact opposite way. So I don't know what's happening. I can't tell you. I think they have just weird like liquidity problems with how they are a casino, but also their own exchange. Probably is gatekeeping them from getting exchange listings. They're still the exact same exchanges, right? Basically only on Uniswap and Orca on Solana. Outbank doesn't count at all. It's very small. So I don't know what's happening. Like, I still hold this. I still hold like 3% of my entire portfolio on this. I don't know what's happening. Can't tell you. Like I'm even in their Discord asking like, hey, like, can you guys do more exchange listings to make this more accessible? Just kind of no answers. I don't know why. So I'm equally confused as you guys. Okay. Maybe a couple more and then we'll do the draw because we're close to 40 minutes. What is the advantage of Bitcoin ETF for small investors like us in the long run? Bitcoin ETF as the instrument for access, not much. There has always been Bitcoin futures ETF that you can use to access on traditional exchanges. But in terms of adoption for Bitcoin, the supply and demand for Bitcoin, the Bitcoin spot ETF is very different because each ETF contract that is worth 1 Bitcoin has to have 1 real Bitcoin backing it. This is why, people say, oh, BlackRock is buying Bitcoin. It is true, technically, right? For, let's say BlackRock's spot ETF sells like 1,000 Bitcoins worth, right? Then they have to have 1,000 Bitcoins in somewhere in a wallet, whether that's their treasury, just like one of their hard wallets or multi-sig or custodian, whatever it is, right? It's probably stored in Coinbase custody. But that actually takes Bitcoin out of the circulating supply, which is bullish for the industry and actually obeys the Bitcoin ethos, right? The hard supply cap and the fact that the more usage you have, even in investing, does contribute to the scarcity of Bitcoin. But for small investors, the instrument itself doesn't really matter. You don't have to use it. I would personally still prefer my ledger or my Trezor, and just put Bitcoin on there, right? It's safe. Why are you not trading anymore on Fairdesk? I want to. I really want to. I just took like vacation. I didn't have time to monitor trades and to deeply watch charts, watch the market. And since I've come back, it's like calls after calls and then planning New Year's content. So I'm getting back into it for sure. But just like, I want to get this out, right? And then I'm going to do the ETF news and then the Ethereum news. So trying to build Ethereum and Ethereum related positions for trades now. Why is everyone typing enter? Yeah, so if you see this thing in the middle here, this is the giveaway that we're doing for today. So basically in December, I made a bet with our viewers that I bet Bitcoin can reach 50K by January 10th, the Bitcoin ETF approval date, because I was quite confident it was going to get approved that day, and it did yesterday. However, Bitcoin only reached 48.5, 49K. So I have to give away 0.1 Bitcoin. And we want to do it live. So I found this basically like plugin bot thing that you can type enter and you will enter into the giveaway, and I will draw it live soon, probably in like within 10 minutes. So that we have a live draw. And the benefit of this is that you cannot fake it, right? So how this works is that after we do the draw, it will show not only your avatar and your name, but also I'll give you guys a custom link. And in order to claim and actually contact me for claiming, you have to log in with your YouTube account, which is your Google account that you use to enter. So this guarantees that it's the same account, right? Even if someone else comes and like changes their name and tries to fake that they're them, they cannot do it, right? Because Google accounts are unique, right? They're Gmails. So that's what this tool does, and it works really well. And that's why. If you are new and you just joined the chat, make sure to type enter in the chat to enter the giveaway. So you only have to do it once, however. So you see, even though we have a lot of chats, right, the number is barely increasing because you only have to type it once and you will be entered. Okay, let's see. I can't get into your Discord. Just try to join again, because usually when I call for people to join on stream, people join too quickly, right? I think like after maybe 100 people or something join within a couple minutes, Discord thinks the server is getting flooded, it's getting raided, so it blocks the invite link for a short period, and I have to go in manually and say, this is okay, I'm just getting a lot of traffic. So just try the link now, discord.gg/virtualawaken, and you should be able to get in. What about AMMX? I still have this coin. I called this coin on our Discord. I called it on Twitter as well. It's called BitSwap. The coin is a decentralized exchange that works for BRC20, but also ERC20. So it's a real functioning exchange for Bitcoin ordinals for inscription tokens. It's very, very cool. And it's launched by the same launchpad, which is Bounce, that launched multi-bit bridge. So multi-bit, we got in very early, around 4 million market cap. It went all the way to 200 million market cap, did a 50x, did really well. Basically, all of their Bounce launchpad projects did really well, right? They're all like 30 to 50, sometimes 100 million plus. But this one, this AMMX, I don't know what's happening. It's at like 8 million market cap. I bought at 15 million, which I thought was undervalued, but it doesn't want to pump. I don't know what's happening. I still have a lot of it, actually a lot, for low cap like this. I'm going to just hold, right? There's no reason to exit now. Let's see what happens, right? Like, fundamentally, I can't find reasons other than, maybe the sale was too oversubscribed on the launchpad, and people are just kind of trying to exit because they don't believe anymore all of a sudden. But the product is there. I've tried the product; it works, right? So I think it'll come back. I have faith. So is it even? Yeah, it's not even on CoinGecko yet. I'm not sure why. Is it on CoinMarketCap? It's not. Yeah, this project has like weird social activity. Like, I don't know why they are not getting the same support as other Bounce launchpad projects. Like, it's just weird. I have no idea. Every other project, Multibit, Bitstable, that GoID project, they all did really well. This one is just completely opposite. I don't know. Okay, that's it. Let's do the draw. We have over 4,000 entries, and let's see how many live people we have, just so that I make sure. Yeah, we have 3,500. So that's pretty much everyone here. Everyone can be part of this. Okay, so how we're gonna do this is that I'm gonna do the draw live, and I'll show you guys kind of here, right? Here are a lot of people, right? So people are still entering. Good. So we're gonna do it like this, and then what happens after is here. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what this looks like, so there's no confusion. Okay, so I'm gonna make this smaller. So this is the platform I'm using, right? It's basically streaming platform, very similar to like StreamYard. It's called Live Reacting, and on the right side here, on the top right, you see there is this draw winner thing. So once I click it, the kind of box will start spinning, right? And then it will draw a winner. So how we want to do this is I'm going to draw, and then we will have people can stop spamming after because it makes no sense. And then I will try to find a person in chat to make sure you are here. And then I'm going to send the claim link after in the description, and also pin the comment so you can know exactly where to go claim. And then I'll show you guys like how to claim right after as well. So you can go back to this video, you can see who you are, and you can know exactly the steps to claim. Okay, so let's do it. Can I make this bigger again? Is it lagging? Oh no. Pretty good, right? Okay. I'm just gonna click here. Let me make this a little bigger. Don't want it to be weird. Want it to be very obvious. Oh boy. I think this website is kind of lagging. Hopefully I can refresh it. If I cannot refresh it, this is gonna be weird. Is it refreshed? Please. I think we're good, right? We see compact. Yes. Okay. Everyone's still here. Good. Good. Oof. Okay. Scary stuff. Okay. So we're gonna do the draw. Why is this one not there? Make this big. Big, right? Big. Okay. Clicking the draw button. Let's do it. Did it work? It's still spinning, 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 spinning. Oh, man, I sure hope this works. It's okay, come on. We're probably the biggest draw on this because this is it's a pretty weird thing. Blue. Hello. Oh man, come on. I swear, I did try it before, but it was only with 2 people, so there was no way I could simulate 4,000 people. So we have to hope it works. Maybe change it to that. I'm not gonna restart it because that'd be kind of fucked up. Wait, yeah. The thing is, I don't think there's a way to close the entries. See, this thing is just maybe. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Okay, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna close the entries by doing that, this, and then here. Okay, there's a, how do I do that again? There's a setting for this. Oh, maybe just stop. Yeah. What if I do that? Okay, we'll try this one more time. Okay, try this one more time. Draw winner. If it doesn't work, I'll do the other way. Because I'm not sure if I click stop if it's gonna stop and like discard everything, or if it will close the entry. Like I'm not sure, and that's yeah. But if I press stop, there's a possibility that everyone has to re-enter again, and then we just have to redo everything again. Um, yeah. So I'm not. Let me look at tutorial. Okay. You can set a timer. I can't find where the timer is. Here. Hold on. Is there a timer? Uh. Okay. Oh. 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 It's this time it changed. Okay. We're doing it. We're doing it. Oh. Okay. We have him. A Grimes. I'm gonna take a screenshot. A Grimes. You are the winner. Congratulations, A Grimes. Okay, now I have to check the chat. So, am I still in the chat? Man, this is with so many people. It's very hard to do this. Come on, where's our chat? Disable the live stream. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Do Control F and search the chat list. Smart. Yes, let me do that. You can see I'm clearly experienced in doing giveaways. Close these other things. Okay, we're here. We are on the chat. I'm gonna pop out the chat. Damn, where are we? Pop out chat here. Okay, here's a chat, and then that one. I honestly I don't even know how to disable the chat. That's on me. A Grimes. Watch everyone change their names to A Grimes. Okay, yeah, I do see some A Grimes right here. I see a A Grimes here. Could be the same one again, right? So you can make a yeah, it's okay. People can change their names, but it's okay. This is based on what's it called? Gmail. So you can change your name all you want, but you have to log in with the same Gmail. So it's okay. Everyone can change their name to A Grimes. Doesn't matter. There can only be one real one. As long as I see some A Grimes here that match the thing. I saw one that is similar, but yeah, you see everyone's just trying to Okay, anyways, we have to give them fair chance. Like I think there's quite decent chance this person is here because I did see like a brown A with A Grimes matching the avatar. So I don't think you can change the avatar color. A lot of colors didn't match. So I will leave the link in the description to claim. So basically how it works is there's a link, right? I'm going to leave this link, the same link in the description and pin comment. And everyone can go and like try to claim here, but it wouldn't work. It will only work for that one Gmail account, which is for this person, A Grimes. And then after you've logged in, right, to your YouTube, make sure you use the same one. So after you have logged in, A Grimes, you will see there's a place to enter your email. And then once you enter your email, I'll get a notification that says, okay, the right account has entered your email, and then I'll email you, and then we can go from there. I'll tell you, okay, give me your wallet address, etc. I'll send you the Bitcoin, 0.1 Bitcoin, and then and that's it, right? So yeah, just because it's not clear in the chat, I don't want to just take the prize away from this person. I'm going to try my best to reach you, and please watch this video, right? If you've seen this video, and if this is you, like reach out to me with this link, and this link will work for you only. Okay, that's it. If for some weird reason we cannot find this person over like week, 2 weeks, then I'll do it again. Just want to make it fair. All right, that's it. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, I've expected this one. Yeah, everyone will say no, just like real one's not here. You like there's no way to know unless I try. So we're gonna try our best to reach them. All right, thank you guys for joining. It has been a pleasure. Been a fun one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed today's shenanigans. And yeah, before I go, make sure to join our Discord. discord.gg/virtualbacon, link in the description for our free VIP program. We have live trade alerts, discussions with other community members for whether you're investing in certain projects or trading. We have community trades as well as my own trades for Bitcoin, Ethereum, other altcoins setups, as well as alpha. For example, when we got into the Zai node sale, when we get into other public sales, I'll alert everyone in there. And that's it. It's a completely free community. You just have to join and sign up with one of our exchanges. That's the only requirement. So you can find the link in the description. Make sure to join. And last but not least, follow me on Twitter or X at virtualbacon0x. This is where I drop all of my in-depth alpha before I post them on live streams. So follow me there for more day-to-day alpha, and even the research threads, I make them and post them on X first before posting them on YouTube. That's it. Thank you guys for joining, and I will see you on the next video and next live stream. Cheers. Bye-bye.